On this episode of Bread and Butter, we're following Nate and Lachie out for their Sunday ritual of heading out for a fish. For Lachie, this is a skill and pastime that he wants Nate to experience, and has a few tricks to get him started at a young age.
Going fishing? Nice. I'm taking my son fishing too.
Getting young ones out for a fish is not always about catching something. There is plenty to soak in when you are out on the water. For Lachie and Nate, they take it nice and slow when heading out from the boat ramp and make sure Nate is soaking in his surrounds. Half of the fun of catching a fish is collecting the bait, which for the most part is a team exercise.
Now you see those holes? That's what we're focusing on, Nate. See there? That's where the yabbies are going to be.
Lachie always brings Nate in on the action and makes sure he's teaching him about important messages with our food webs, which is very important when you're fishing on sand flats like they are today.
Alright, before we head out on our whiting session today, we've got Nate on the iPhone, just to keep the kids interested. You've got to do what you can do when you're rigging. Really simple rig, 4 to 6 pound leader. It's a long shank, size 2, all the way up to a swivel, and a small little bean sinker. We'll go and head out, try and catch some whiting on the flats, and see how we go. One in, Nate. Wow. There's a fish, there he is. What do you got? Wow, look at that, Nate.
A whiting might not be a huge fish for Lachie, but for Nate, every fish is a kick. There is no coincidence they caught this fish off the flats. These intertidal zones are packed with nippers, worms, prawns and smaller bait fish. Unlike our seasoned pros, 8 to 10 hours on the water is unrealistic when you're heading out with a young one. So Lachie makes sure that a milkshake and coffee is on the agenda 1 to 2 hours in. It's a good tip to know when you're on the water, where nearby cafes and shops are, and make sure you don't venture too far.
Alright, now it's Dad's turn to have a fish.
A fish, coffee, some bait collection, and a sunny Sunday out with your young fella? Well, that is about as good as it gets.